Hi all. This reading is for June 11th through June 13th, but we're going to say the 11th and the 12th mainly. Roughly about the time that the moon remains in Libra. It was there early this morning, my time anyway. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a rough reading. So these are facing me to begin with. And we're going to draw one more. There it is. But the Two of Cups. Okay. And I will flip these around to face you. Just let me get a read on them first. And then I'll flip them around to face you and maybe draw some clarifiers since we're just doing 4 cards today. Again, mainly for the 11th, the rest of today, and then the 12th tomorrow. And a little bit of the 13th as well. Time being fluid, it's the message to come out for this time, but it could look even further into the future for a lot of you. And these messages are, of course, for the collective, for any and all signs. This is the Deviant Moon Tarot. You have the 7 of Fire here on the bottom of the deck. Information about this, the Deviant Moon Tarot, and any decks that I use in these readings can be found in the description box below. That's where you'll find information on private readings and how you can order, the links, how you can donate, etc., all down below. So you've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Earth, the King of Swords in reverse, Judgment in reverse, and then the Two of Cups. So what I see immediately, like I said, I knew that this was going to, I knew from what was coming through and meditating and shuffling with the deck before recording for you, I knew that it was going to be a rough message. This is, it's sort of heavy energy. It looks like someone's having trouble learning a lesson, and it's keeping them from being totally honest. It's keeping them from being completely logical, clear, mentally, and likely for a lot honest as well. And there is a lack of, consequently, during this time, for someone, there's a lack of forgiveness and or resurrection in a partnership, a bond, maybe specifically a couple, a loving partnership or bond. But I do want to draw some clarifiers with you. I do want to let you take a look at these. So here we go, the Page of Pentacles, Page of Earth reversed, King of Air reversed, Judgment reversed, and the Two of Cups. But we'll have to dig in a little bit because on the bottom of the deck with the 7 of Wands here, someone is feeling like they need to defend themselves. A little bit worried and fearful from what they've been through in the recent past, and feeling like they have to defend themselves, maybe defend their beliefs. So let's use the Radiant Rider-Waite and get some clarifiers. Thank you. Oh, sorry about the shaking. Thank you also for remembering to like and comment and subscribe and share, message me, let me know how the reading resonates with you. If it does, I'd love to hear. Thank you. I really appreciate all of that, as well as orders and donations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so also, yeah, I was just going to say that the Page of Pentacles reverse can also be talking about a minor break. So it's almost like, it's starting to look like, you know, there was the the Knight of Fire as the clarifier. It's almost starting to look like someone has been in and out of this picture, in and out of this coupling. Someone has left as quick as they came in, maybe multiple times has been in and out for some. And so it may be that someone during this time period isn't ready to be honest about what has happened, what has happened for them, with them in their life while they've been away. If they've been back and forth, if they left as quick as they came and they're coming back as quick as they left. They may not want to be honest about why they have that type of flighty, in and out, fast and fast-paced, passionate, intense type of energy. Or they may not want to talk about where they've been, what they've been doing while they've been gone. Let's look at, I think it has something to do with some sort of ego drama, something that from a certain perspective can be looked at as somewhat petty even. Honestly, it looks like, now this is not, obviously this message is not going to be for everyone. This is for someone needs to hear this during this time period, right? Or really whenever you find the reading, it's intended for these 2 days, again, as a message that needs to be heard during these 2 days, but it's also, really whenever you find the message. But if this lunar pool doesn't resonate with you, then I hope you check it back out and see if one on a different day does. This looks like specifically this King of Swords here who's not wanting to be honest. The reason why is because while he's been gone, he's been taking care of himself, making dreams and wishes for himself come true. Maybe even, has in that state of pure, total self-love and emotional fulfillment on one's own. It looks like he has met who he, at least who he thinks could be or is a divine feminine counterpart in his life. Now, not for all. This could be that in that space of caring for himself and showing himself that type of love, making dreams and wishes for himself. Maybe this cerebral, mature energy is not being honest because they've been creating something that they're not ready to share in that space, right? They've become a creator, birthed something into the world. But my initial feeling is that they're not wanting to be honest about possibly a divine feminine counterpart, since we've got this Two of Cups on the table as well. And again, as I'm talking about it here on the bottom of the clarifier deck. Yeah, someone is being dishonest, someone is being sneaky because something has happened really quickly. They've coupled with someone else really quickly. There's going to be a lack of a resurrection with someone who has been, yes, intense and passionate, but also flighty and probably in and out. And it looks like the other partner, and maybe it's a romantic connection, it certainly looks like one, but it doesn't have to be. It looks like the other partner hasn't learned their lesson about this energy, this flighty, in and out, passionate person. Again, you know, it could be a roommate who's flaking out on you. It can be a business partner of sorts, etc., etc., any type of relationship. But with the Two of Cups and, yeah, this divine feminine energy here, that is mostly what is coming through. But yeah, somebody doesn't want to, you know, it seems like it's going to hurt someone else who hasn't learned their lesson about how, you know, it's just in this person's nature, maybe a fire sign, maybe Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, but it's just in this person's nature to be active, to be fast-paced, to need to find ways to keep themselves entertained and keep themselves busy. It's just in their nature to want to explore their options and move on to you know, an experience that's more satisfying if one isn't keeping their attention or just, you know, isn't what they thought it would be. They're just fast paced, and it's like someone else hasn't learned their lesson about that person. And so this in and out energy is back, but not with truth. For some, maybe they're trying to be downright manipulative, but in the long run, overall, where it's headed is a lack of a resurrection then for two people. Because, as I said, it's in their nature to just be fast-paced, and they have very quickly evolved a relationship with somebody else, a partnership of some type with somebody else. Or maybe, for some, like I said, if they've become a creator, this is either, you know, them stepping into their power as a creator or meeting a divine feminine counterpart, likely. For a very few, it may have something to do with them needing to be with their mother while they indulge in this self-love and try to make wishes and dreams come true of theirs, perhaps. But I'd say that's for a few. For most, I feel like it's either them, you know, becoming a divine creator, you know, birthing a creative project of sorts into the world, or meeting a divine feminine who they at least think is a good match, could be a divine feminine counterpart, right? So that's, you know, it would just be painful for them to share that truth with this person who just really hasn't learned their lesson about their nature yet, about the other's nature yet, if you see what I'm saying. Let's get one more clarifier on the Seven of Wands. Of course not, right? And it's maybe what I mean to say is it's less this person, you know, not having learned their lesson about this. It's just, you know, I think some just feel like maybe if it's a romantic partnership, some are feeling like this is a soulmate. So they know the other person's nature, but they haven't given up on them because they just think it's that divine of a partnership. Interesting. So we have Temperance showing up now with the Star card and the Two of Cups again. So I feel like 222 has shown up in this reading. It's on the table. It wanted to show up now, and it wanted to show up earlier when it was on the bottom of the deck. But, you know, take from that what you will. Okay, so that number, you know, it may have specific, personal, particular interest for anyone that's resonating with the message. But, you know, 222 can be talking about the choice that seems to be showing up here in this reading between two partners of some type, and it could be talking about seeking a sense of balance and harmony and peace. And I do think for some of you it could be there could be significant Aries energy involved, whether that's in your chart or theirs, whomever you may be dealing with, thinking about as you watch, or both. Some of you with the 2s will hear something related to twin flames, of course. That's possible. That could be why there seems to be soulmate energy and the need to keep secrets or be dishonest so that someone else doesn't get hurt. But overall, in any case, with these other 3 cards I didn't really mean to draw, what I really see coming through here is the need for forgiveness for the situation, and the message that if there is to be any type of understanding, rebonding, reconciliation, again, whatever type of partnership we might be talking about, whatever type of bond we might be talking about, the secret to that being rejuvenated in some sense is this forgiveness. But it may be, for some, again, very specific for few, it may be that there's a choice between like a soulmate energy and a twin flame energy, and that's what we see here. I know that this King of Swords reverse, he can often be, this energy, male or female, can often be manipulative, very mean, very harsh with his words. So maybe that has something to do with why there needed to be a break between 2 partners, 2 people to begin with. Possibly. Again, for some. But I also feel like in this case, he's... it feels like he has to hold back for some reason, or thinks he does or should. Of course, you always have to bring your discernment to the table. It's up to you to decide about, your specific person, if you're dealing with someone who you feel like is being dishonest with you. But I still think that forgiveness is in order, is what's coming through. I mean, it's the lack of forgiveness that's connected to this lack of resurrection, right? And it looks like it's the lack of forgiveness and resurrection of this partnership thus far that led to someone ultimately rushing into a different connection and then being dishonest about it. But whomever, and I really don't want to villainize the character who's decided to hold some information to themselves, but whomever has begun to create something, whoever has been, focusing on self and allowing that to blossom into something, if that's not you, if that's another person that you're dealing with, there's a message coming here on the bottom of the clarifier deck as well that it absolutely can be you as well. You have all the tools that you need to manifest what you want in the world as well. And that's what they've been doing in some sense, maybe in more than one. And yet, given this opportunity, you're still focused on this person's good qualities. This is, the King of Swords up right underneath of here. But I think that, they have you in some sort of a 3-party situation. Right? But you're focused on what you felt like was, maybe this is them about you, right? The message could be flip-flopped. But somebody here is focused on what was great, what was pure, what was innocent about the connection. And they're seeing and feeling, what they're nostalgic for. There are these fond memories with this person, even if it's not a soulmate, it's someone that they have fond memories with, and that's what you're standing up for. That's what someone here is really trying to believe in. And there, you know, we have the High Priestess underneath of that, saying that perhaps that is your intuition telling you that this connection is intense and it's going to come back around again. You know, I know this is my person. And so you're not, but still, you're not taking this opportunity that the divine, the multiverse is handing you to focus on yourself, focus on what else you would like to manifest, right? You're turning down that opportunity presently. But do listen to your intuition if that's what's telling you to wait, because this could also just be saying that your reconciliation or your official coupling with this person, official partnership with this person could be delayed at this time because of comes back again to a lack of forgiveness that's blocking the way there. And maybe is it the lack of forgiveness for them, or is it a lack of forgiveness for yourself? One more clarifier. But I'll go ahead and say that regardless of what comes through, I do hope that you all make wise choices for yourselves moving forward. Yeah, so again, maybe lack of forgiveness for an Aries, specifically if it's an Aries. It could still just be, though, maybe that's in your chart, maybe that's in theirs, but it could still just be, though, that that lack of forgiveness, whomever, for yourself, them, both, is blocking this brand new beginning. For some that, you know, could be with the same person, absolutely. With 222 coming through, especially if that message about maybe there's a choice between a soulmate and a twin flame resonates with you specifically, personally. I know those definitions are a little different for everybody, but there's our 4th 2. So yeah, somebody's juggling. Somebody is juggling too. Somebody's juggling too, and somebody's gonna have to lose. There's this mature earth sign female involved. If that's not you, or your partner, then that's the other person involved. Then this is what you're headed toward, whether with them, with someone else. We have this emotional fulfillment right underneath. So that's what you're headed toward either way. I think this brand new beginning, whether you want it to be alone or with someone specific from the past, the present, I think that it's the lack of forgiveness that's blocking the way. That is the secret to this being rejuvenated. It may be the lie that some of you can't forgive. Like, I know that they're hiding this other person. I know that they've been hiding something, and I can't get past that. So you may be of two minds in the sense that it's like, well, this is my person, but they need to be honest. And, you know, there is space to just accept and forgive, whether that means you move forward alone or move forward together. The reality of it is, yeah, someone's been juggling, someone's been keeping secrets, someone doesn't want to be honest about how happy they've been and who they've found and how fast it happened. Take it or leave it, right? Accept that that's the position that they've been in and move forward with them, or say, no, you know, I forgive you for being that way, but I don't want to be with someone who's been that way. That's what your, whomever the message is for, that is what you are juggling. Those are your decisions that you're tossing back and forth at this time. So, good luck. I know I can leave it in your capable hands from there. As I said, I hope you do make wise choices for yourselves moving forward. And I love you, and I will post another lunar pool for us very soon.